As the Florida Medical Clinic Foundation of Caring continues to reach far beyond our walls, we are transforming the lives of some of our community's most vulnerable. In the once prosperous town of Lacoochee, severe poverty is now the norm. By day, the streets seem dusty, desperate, and deserted. But when the sun goes down, the children know to scurry home to whatever they call home, whether it's an old mill house, chicken coop, or a burnt-out shack. Once inside its relative safety, they can avoid the drug dealers, mischief makers, feral dogs, and prostitutes who rule the night. In the middle of such despair lies a sanctuary of hope and promise called the Lewis Abraham Boys and Girls Club, also known as the Lacoochee Boys and Girls Club.
I became involved with the Boys and Girls Club approximately 3 years ago when I visited Lacoochee, Florida. This is an old mill town. I saw children living in abandoned chicken coops, burned out houses, living in tents in the woods. There was no way I could turn my back. When the Boys and Girls Club asked me if I would help, it was yes, a definite yes.
By providing structured programming in a safe learning environment, the Lacoochee Boys and Girls Club is building more than just character in these young lives. It's giving them a tangible picture of just how bright their future can be.
My role with the Boys and Girls Clubs out here in Lacoochee is to ensure that the youth get a safe, productive program to belong to every day after school. I also make sure that the youth are provided with a healthy dinner every evening and lots of opportunities to grow.
The Florida Medical Clinic Foundation of Caring gave $15,000 to help fund a hot meal program in conjunction with Feeding America, making it possible for children to have a hot, nutritious meal in the afternoon, most likely the last meal they'll get that day. They also get a grocery bag of food to take home each Friday to ensure they have food when school is not in session.
Great futures start at the Lewis Abraham Lacoochee Boys and Girls Club.
A woman is battered every 15 seconds, and 4 women are murdered by their partners each day in the U.S. In Pasco County alone, nearly half of all homicides are domestic violence related. These women took a brave step that could very well have saved their lives. They often come to Sunrise's emergency shelter with nothing more than the clothes on their back and their children in tow. But they leave with a newfound sense of purpose.
I was divorced in '87 and I remarried in '88. The abuse began immediately after the marriage. Leaned on a lot of friends and then realized that Sunrise was right there in my backyard and called them, talked to them, went to individual counseling for a little while and then group counseling, which opened the door and made me realize I was not a sole incident of what was going on. The abuse was brutal. It was physical, it was emotional, and it was very draining. I think that Sunrise opened the door for me to realize that there was more to life than being in a situation like that. And they gave us the strength to not be in that situation. I've never met a more qualified and loving staff that it doesn't matter what time of day or night it is, they're there. And you know, just giving you the feeling that you're secure and you're safe and that they can't get to you, that's what it's about, feeling safe.
Sunrise of Pasco Domestic Violence and Sexual Assault Center is a new beginning for the thousands of women and children it has served since its inception in 1982. It is a catalyst for change through a commitment to ending domestic and sexual violence through prevention and intervention services.
My story began when I was a senior in high school. Met the perfect guy. Thought I had met the man I was going to spend the rest of my life with. And then it was just kind of like everything changed. And then the beatings started, one right after the other. And then it was kind of like a cycle. He would beat, and then he'd apologize, and then he'd be sweet again. I didn't want to accept the fact that this is what had happened to me. And I had pretty much decided that it would be okay and I could make it better and I didn't need anybody's help. And the counselor, he was he was tough with me, which is what I needed. I needed somebody to be factual and realistic with me. And he was able to break my barrier down and make me realize that there are people out there that are willing to help, and that you also need to know that abuse is never okay and abuse is not love.
The Foundation of Caring has provided more than $70,000 to help Sunrise expand its vital mission in Pasco.
This is something that's very, very real, and it affects a lot of people in a lot of ways. And if there's ways that we can alleviate it, then let's do it.
Layla Marie Chami's love of life was infectious, and her acceptance and understanding knew no limits. She dreamed of one day making a difference in the lives of children and their families. After leukemia ended hers far too soon during her 16th year, her family, friends, and community came together so her spirit could live on in Layla's house. You can feel Layla's presence at work here in Sulphur Springs. And while Layla's house might be located at the heart of the poorest neighborhood in the city, it's enriching the lives of parents and children alike. At Layla's house, children from birth through age 5 are taught to be healthy and developmentally ready for kindergarten. Here they learn in a warm, supportive home-like setting. Equally important, Layla's house is also a place where adults can hone their parenting skills, find friendship and support, and forge even stronger bonds with their little ones. Florida Medical Clinic Foundation of Caring, partnering with the Tampa Metropolitan YMCA, Champions for Children, and the City of Tampa, contributed over $150,000 plus thousands of volunteer hours to Layla's house. Layla's house is based on the fact that healthy children are the result of healthy parenting. It's not a daycare facility or a preschool. Rather, it's a facility focused on strengthening families, learning, and spreading love and acceptance, the way Layla Chami so effortlessly did. Because of your gifts and volunteering, we have given over $1.2 million and supported more than 40 local charities since our inception in 2005. But the needs remain great. Please give of your time, talent, and treasure so we can continue to reach beyond the obstacles our community faces. By reaching even further beyond our walls, we will continue to positively impact on the lives of so many right here in Hillsborough and Pasco counties.